Hello, everybody, and how are you all? Brilliant. Well, I am Mia. And I am Laura. Hello. Are you all excited for today? And what is this? Well, we're going to start with a story which has a traditional tale which has been changed into a modern story. We'll watch the video and then we will have a warm-up, and then we will do some creative activities and improvisation and try and play with some props and different characters. Love. Are you ready to watch the video? Who's watching? Oh, of course. Of course. You're right, Laura. Thank you for reminding me. So, please, if you are watching, you can type your first name into the chat so then Mia and Laura can say hello. Brilliant. Ready? Ready for the story?
And I really want to Once upon a time, there were two children named Hansel and Gretel. Two children liked to walk through the park, and often they used their phones. But today, the battery had gone flat. They weren't worried, though. Very clever and had solve. They may be even geniuses. They could find their way home by leaving a trail of bread. Genius? No. Why? Because here the park was in a wild. In fact, those bread completely were walking through the park, and as they carried on to get lost, they suddenly saw a building? No, a transport. No, and they were both very confused. They'd never seen this shape before. It had no wheels. It had no wings. It had no engine. The two children were both quite nervous, their knees knocked together as they slipped and pressed on its side. Suddenly, a door. They were frozen in fear. They looked at each other. Suddenly, this smell hit them. The smell of sweets came flying out of this door. They looked ahead, dropped, and saw something very similar to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. It's covering the inside. Wow, they thought. Now this is a story. And children in real life do this. Children, they decided to go inside. Looked around at the incredible sights. They were so excited. They could see so many types of sweets. Red ones filling a pool. They jumped in and ended up rolling around and having so much fun. They just forgot where they were. Having so they didn't. I had just finished making a whole array of, but that is a different story. Home when I thought, I'd just arrived home when I saw, I was quite unsettled, these children. I hid and watched them. They went inside. They were in my... There was candy floss everywhere and they were just running around. They seemed to love candy floss. There was rainbow sweets everywhere. And the children saw my favourite hat that I'd hung up really, really high on a special hook. All over my hat. It was perfect. But one of the children climbed up, and the other one was egging them on, and then threw sweets at them. They were playing and throwing things around, and my hat fell onto the floor, and then the two children were jumping on it and absolutely destroying it. Oh. And then they didn't stop. It's a white room, and it smells like chocolate, like Milky Way bars. It's delicious. But here, my home, and there my favourite collection of socks, like jelly beans. They're really soft and they were all on top of the table, and the children ran in and were just grabbing everything. In they went. They lying on the side. It was all so sensitive, but they were just throwing it around and laughing and stretching them and laughing and playing and... I wasn't laughing. It felt awful. Faced my things and they'd just come in and destroyed them and stretched them. In order to help somebody else and make... I come back and all of my things, they've just grabbed them. The thing is, Hansel and Gretel, they thought they were having the lives, enjoying themselves, exploring and playing and laughing. But this was my space and they were just destroying them. They didn't all my space. I just feel so angry. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to happen. My space and my family will be coming home soon. What's going to happen next?
Oh no, I think some aliens might have interrupted our video there of the story. But don't worry about those aliens, they're very strange. If you want to watch the full story again, we do have it on YouTube, okay? And the sound and the video will be better. So, that was a really interesting story, and that poor alien. Oh dear. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? And that Hansel and Gretel, they're very naughty. Right. I'm sure that we're all really, really tired and we need to wake up a little bit. Do you think so? Do you think, Laura? Shall we wake up? I think so. Okay, let's have a think. So first of all, we're going to warm up our bodies by having a shake. Okay, so we're going to do 8 in every corner. Okay, and then it will go down. Are you ready? Here we go, top corner here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. And this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now your feet. Are you ready to shake your feet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do it quicker again from each of the corners. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Brilliant. 7. Okay. And now we're going to go to the other corner. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. And now our foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now other foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mia, maybe we should do 4. Yes, okay. You ready? So we're going to go 4 each corner. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And this corner. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, amazing. Brilliant. Is everyone feeling awake? Everybody there awake? Nice. Now, I think maybe we could link this to our facial expression and our faces. Are you ready? I know you're all very sleepy. Maybe let's all just show our sleepy, tired facial expression. Nice. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wake up and be really alert. Okay, so then your face is really wide and really alert facial expression. Yes, brilliant. Okay, so really sleepy. That's so sleepy. No. And awake, and awake. Oh, lovely. And really, really sleepy, tired. And awake, and awake. Really sleepy again. Really tired. That's it. We're going to go really quickly to awake. Ready? Sleepy. Awake. And sleepy. And awake. And sleepy. Awake. And sleepy. Awake. That's it. And now stay awake. Well done, everybody. Really well done. Brilliant. Now, our facial expressions, tick, they're warmed up. Next, what do we need to do? We need to warm up our bodies. So, our shoulders. Here we go. What are we going to do? Well, what do we do when we're really, really angry? Sometimes we bring our shoulders up really, really high. Ooh. And then what happens when we relax? And then when we're really stressed, our shoulders come up. And then we relax. Nice, that's it. That feeling of relaxation. It's very different, isn't it? Now we're going to do a whole body. Our whole body's going to show we're tired. What do? So our feet might move slightly slowly, slow steps. But when we're awake, we might step with a spring in our step. And we might like skip or walk or jog. Nice, well done, everybody. Now, I'm thinking, when our eyes are asleep or they're slightly closed, what does that mean? What could it mean? What do you think, Laura? Think maybe we're tired or we're asleep? True, it could be that. Yeah, you could be asleep. True. I think maybe you've got a headache. So you might close your eyes because you've got a headache. Or maybe you're smelling something really sweet and you want to concentrate on that smell. So you're really, really concentrating. Yeah, you might close your eyes for that. Ooh. Or maybe we could try a game with that. So we're going to explore what happens. So you can close your eyes a bit or close them completely. And then when you pretend that you're smelling something and it might be disgusting. Okay? Are you ready? Let's have a go. Oh no. Well done, Laura. Yeah, you definitely smelt that. Maybe you smell something nice. Okay, something nice, something nice. Oh, lovely. Well done. Love it. I want to eat some of that, Mia. We could swap, couldn't we? And we'll throw the disgusting one away. We could give it to the animals. Now, let's think. What happens if your alarm goes off? So it might be your flashing light or your bed vibrating alarm. There are lots of different alarms, but what happens when it goes off? Oh, maybe your alarm, and then you wake up and you might be in a panic because you're late to meet your friend. You have to run. Let's have a look, Laura. Let's see you. Sorry. Very nice. Thanks, Mia. I was just thinking, the alarm. How do you feel when the alarm goes off? Like Laura, she got really angry reacting to the alarm. She clearly did not like that alarm. So me, maybe if I've got my alarm, I'm excited for a new day. So I jump out of bed. Let's see, Mia. Let's see. Looks like a good day. Nice. So there's so many different things you can do. Oh, so perhaps what if the alarm goes off and it's your birthday? Then what would you do? Let's have a look, Laura. What would you do? happy birthday, happy birthday. I look lovely. You look lovely when you wake up and you're ready for the day. Now you'll have a go at home. Now, when you're waking up, you can react in so many different ways. You might be angry or annoyed, or you might be ready for the day. But it's never the same. Every single day you wake up in a different way. So remember, last week, what did we do? We looked at characters and we were thinking about their emotions. Yeah? And we were thinking about the different levels of intensity. So you might be a little bit annoyed, or you could be really, 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 really annoyed and really, really angry and jumping out of bed and stomping off. So remember, you can put all of those skills together and use them in your improvisation. Right, brilliant. Now, thinking about our story, what even happened? Hansel and Gretel, the two children, were very brave, and they were walking along and they saw a thing. What was it? Was it a building? Was it some kind of transport? What was it? Yes, it was an alien's home. So what did the two children do? What did they do? They snuck in. Now, we do know that we shouldn't do that, not in real life. We should never, never, never go into a stranger's house. We must make sure we get permission first. Or to go into somebody else's house, you need to make sure that you're with a responsible adult. Not just breaking in. That's not a good idea. Why? Because it's somebody else's space and it's their things, and it's really important we respect that. So, imagine that you were the alien. How would you feel if you saw two children sneaking into your home? What do you think, Laura? Oh, maybe as an alien might be. I was scared. Of course. You might be worried about what they're going to do. So I'm going to have a go. So Mia's having a go. Okay. I was angry. Oh, yeah, not nice. So remember what happened. Hansel and Gretel went into the home. And what did they see there? Inside the alien's home, what did they see? What do you think, Laura? What did you see that was there? There was lots of lovely sweets. Absolutely. Very tempting. So going into the home, they started taking all of the alien's things. They were just eating them and destroying the alien's favourite hat. And it was made of candy floss. They were just throwing it around. And the alien, their favourite sock collection that they had all laid out specially. It had like jelly bean designs on it. But the children were just ripping it up, stretching it. Not nice. Poor alien. But I wonder, the alien, what does it look like? Oh, what does that alien look like? Let's have a go at imagining it. So we're going to become the alien. So where should we start? With our eyes. Let's have a think. What do you think your alien's eyes are like? Laura, what do you think your eyes? I think my alien has 4 eyes. One here, one here, one here, one here. So it means it can see all the way around. It's a bit like an owl. But it wouldn't have to move its neck. It could just use its eyes around the back. Mhm. All the time, seeing everything. Oh, scary, scary alien. You, Mia? Your alien? So, my alien. I mean, there's so many different options to choose from. I think my eyes will be really wide. No, like oblong, like rectangle shaped eyes. And they can kind of zoom in and out. And they can look really, really far. And then they kind of zoom in. Amazing! Like that, like that. Hmm. That's now. What about their nose? What could their nose be? It could be big. It could be small. What could it look like? Laura, what do you think? I think my alien, the nose, like a fan. So it's always smelling different. Oh, I like that. That is brilliant. Oh, a big kind of wiggly nose. Mm, your nose, like tickling. So Mia's alien nose. So I've got my long eyes. My nose also follows. It can kind of zoom out. It can collect some smells, collect some bits of evidence. It smells it. It collects them, and then brings them back. It's secret. It can look really, really far. Amazing. Oh, Mia, look in the chat. I think your alien might have like found some new people that have been joining in today's workshop. Really? Oh, brilliant. So hello to Dan Rooks. The Rooks household has shaken. Ooh. Oh no! So hello everyone in the Dan Rooks household. I hope you're safe while you're shaking. Brilliant. Thank you so much for saying hello. Have eyes. Have nose. What's next? Our arms. We definitely need to find out what our arms are. Let's have a look. They could be long. They could be really, really short. Oh, I just don't know. What do you think, Laura? What's your alien arms going to be? I think they're like little claws. Nice. Oh, I like that. Well done, well done. Yours, Mia? Your alien? So they're going to be like arms, like legs, so they can kind of jump really far and they kind of leap forward and kind of move themselves forward. Wow. Travel. Exactly. It travels really far because the eyes can go really far, the nose can go really far. So obviously the body has to go far as well. Fantastic. So everyone at home, are you imagining your alien? Now you could draw it or you could sign it and use your body language to show your alien. Have a go. Ooh, exciting. So now we need to add some more characterization. How does your alien behave? How does your alien walk? So my alien walks like this, and Laura's alien crawls like this. What about your alien? How does that one walk or travel? Ah, cool, lovely. What happens if the alien smiles? Oh. Mm. Should we have a look? Let's see how Laura's alien smiles. I've got my nose, my eye. Mm. I love this little alien. I'd like to meet this alien, says Mia. It's really cute. Oh, and your alien, how does it smile? So Mia's alien smiles. So it moves like this, and it's got its long eyes, and it's got its long nose. But maybe it smiles like this. Amazing. It looks friendly. A really strange friend. What about your aliens at home? How do they smile? Very good, very good. So, if you met this alien, how would they say hello? Laura, how would your alien say hello? Oh, I like that. So it's still crawling, and then it uses tiny little claws to say hello. Oh, very cute. Mia, your alien? Hello. Oh. Hmm. I mean, I crawl like this, so it's difficult to then say hello. Got my eyes and my nose, my mouth. I would say hello through my eye. And I have words that come across. So it will say hello, and it will just come across my eyes like subtitles. Amazing. So I kind of crawl forward like this, and you can just read it across my eyes, and then I'll carry on crawling. Amazing. Very honest alien, always. The words. Absolutely. Very good. Very good. So now, how does your alien communicate? Mine uses words across its face. What about your alien at home? How does it communicate? Laura, what do you think? Your alien, I think, uses like the rhythm, so it taps on the ground, tap, so you feel what it's communicating. Like that, fantastic. So it kind of taps in the different rhythms. You know, it could be sending messages where it's walking everywhere. Mhm. I like your words. Fantastic. And also I could use that telepathy, so I can kind of send brain messages to other creatures. There's just so many choices. Oh, fantastic. Now, in our story, you know your alien now, you know how it moves, and you know that it's looking and seeing Hansel and Gretel that are creeping into their home. But it's the alien space, and it's the alien things, and that Hansel and Gretel are mucking those things up. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Yeah, that's not nice, is it? It's not kind of them to do that. So I want all of you to have a think. Maybe you can grab a prop. So make sure you have permission. Maybe it's something you can see. That's right, Laura. Make sure they get permission. So you're going to find an object Right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, have you got one? You've got one? Everyone got a prop? Got something? Just any item. Have you got that? Brilliant. Now, what have you got, Laura? Very good, very good. Mia? Ah, sweet. Now, so well done for finding a prop. Now imagine that the alien, it's the first time they have seen this kind of item. This prop, the first time. How would they respond to it? Whoa. Let's have a look. Laura, here we go. Nice, nice. Mia, your alien. Oh, I like that word. The alien smelt it. That was lovely. Thanks, Mia. So, Mia's alien will be, here we go. So scared. Oh, scared alien. Oh, sorry. So how about you? Your aliens, how do they react to the prop? So, so now we're going to be ready. So let's have a look. How do you look at that prop? Do you touch it? Do you smell it? Or are you unsure? How do you investigate it? How does your alien do that? Let's have a look, Laura. Didn't like it. Didn't like investigating it. Got rid of it. Nice. Fair enough. Your alien? Oh, it's like a new friend. Ah. So what about you at home? What happens when your alien meets the prop? Brilliant, brilliant. So now, if you want to carry on creating, you could make one with your friends or your siblings or your carers. Carry on finding different items in your home. How would you react to them? So, are you ready? Let's have a look at creating some scenes. Did you remember what happened in the story? The alien was not happy. Oh, I've dropped my plan. So, oops. So, the alien was not happy. It was feeling really unsure and it was worried. Why? Exactly. It knew that its family was going to come home soon. What do you think would happen? What do you think, Laura? What would happen? Maybe that the alien's parents. Whoa. It's true. They might be angry. They might be really, really angry. Oh dear, poor alien. Oh, what? Oh, Mia, what do you think a different option that might happen? With the alien, they know their family coming home. They go in, they save them. They go home. We've got to hide. Or maybe, why? They don't know why, and they have a big argument about it. Let's have a look now at some freeze frame. Okay. Do you remember? Do you remember how we all make a freeze frame? So, you need to imagine what's happening in this scene. So pick an important moment. And then we're going to create a freeze. Okay. So what happens in this scene? Maybe the alien has a big argument with Hansel and Gretel. Try that. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Nice. Oh, I think it's quite difficult to be that angry. Absolutely. Maybe when the alien and Hansel and Gretel all calm down and they take a few breaths, they might be able to find a different way. Maybe working out how to be kind and let them know why he's upset. Should we try that? Yeah, let's try that. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's sad. And it's not easy to try and explain calmly. What do you think Hansel and Gretel would respond to that? Do you think maybe they would empathize and understand how the alien was feeling? Should we try that? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well done, everybody. Nice. Maybe talking to them didn't work, and arguing, that also didn't work. What was another option that the alien could do? Maybe an adult, or get a different person to come and help the situation. Absolutely. Maybe they go and ask for help to calm down and explain to Hansel and Gretel. Brilliant. Let's try that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Very good, everybody. And maybe they could write it down. Maybe to explain how they're feeling, they could write down what had happened or why they were upset. They could write that down as a way of sharing it. Should we try it? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Well done, everybody. And crying and all that emotion into the writing. Very nice. So, do you think maybe that the alien family, when they arrive back, they might be relieved? They might be happy, making sure that everything's okay. Maybe you could try that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Very good, very good. Time is almost finished. Maybe if everyone at home wants to carry on creating, what could they do? So, maybe you can imagine the room. Imagine a room. It could be your room. But what's inside it? Really think. So it could be there's a slide in there. It could be that there's the sky inside. It could be any possibility. Lots of different things you can imagine in there. Okay? And then I want you to have all of those details. And you could write them down, you could draw that room. And maybe if you've got another room that comes into that room, so it's like a maze of rooms connecting. That's it. So it might go up, down, left, right, up, down, up, left, right. All these interconnecting rooms. They all connect to each other. So once you've imagined it, really think about how you enter that room. Is there like a big wheel you turn for a big steel door to open? Or maybe you press a button. There are so many different options. Okay? So once you've imagined this room and you've designed it and you've drawn all the details, or you can sign it and explain how the room is. You could speak in English or use BSL, your choice. Okay? And then I'm going to add one more exciting part of this fun task. Your alien that you created is going to go into this room and they're going to look around and it's the first time they've been in there. How do they feel? What do they, when they see all of these different things, how would they describe them when they're looking at them? So you can create a monologue. Okay? Fantastic. Brilliant. Oh, well done. Ah, it's been beautiful, everybody. Really well done for all of your, I'm really proud of you for all your aliens today. Fantastic. Oh, brilliant group of aliens. Wow, excited to see you next week. That's it. We'll see you next week. Bye.